Okay, just a quick disclaimer. In this video, I was actually trying to get over the flu. So if I sound like I'm out of breath or I can't breathe, it's because I can't. Not only did I have the flu a few months back, I had COVID and I still didn't really fully recover from that, breathing and coughing wise. And I also have asthma. So sorry if I just sound like I can't catch my breath, but I actually really couldn't catch my breath. And I was also speaking kind of fast. Just wanted to put that out there. If that bothers you, then you probably don't want to continue with the video. Okay, so for this video, I'm just going to be discussing my experience with mini twist, just giving some, I guess, kind of like a follow-up or overall summary of my experience and how I like them and would I do them again and so forth. So for anybody who does not know and who did not keep up, or I don't know, may just stumble across this. I wore mini twist in my hair for about a year. And the reason why I say about is because about 8 or 9 months in, I ended up taking a break from them for about a week or two. No, 2 to 3 weeks. And then I went back to them so that I could like close it out in October. So I wore them for quite often. I would refresh them about every 2 weeks, sometimes a month. Really just depends on how the cookie crumbles. I was not able to track my progress like with videos as detailed or as well as I wanted to, because if anybody has seen some of my previous videos, or if I've ever mentioned, I don't really know if I mentioned it, but I live with my grandmother, or I live in her home, and she has a duplex, so I stay in one part of the house. She and my grandfather lived in another part. And in October, I think it was October, December, one of them, I had like, no, it wasn't December, definitely wasn't December. I was posting videos like kind of like back to back. And I was doing pretty well. But my grandmother was sick. So she was sick. She was diagnosed with like stage 4 cancer in March. And in October, it progressed. So she needed more assistance, needed more help. And I was a part of that help, as well as I had just started a new job. So there was a lot on my plate to where I just couldn't keep up. She ended up passing, unfortunately, on Christmas Eve. Yeah, Christmas Eve from the cancer in her home, in this room actually. But she did end up passing peacefully, but she did pass. And then after that, after her passing, I had to help with the paperwork for whatever reason. Even though I wasn't the trustee of her trust, she like designated me to handle a lot of the things, to reach out, you know, for life insurance or house, the deed, like different things like that. So I had my hands full, and the time of her passing, I won't say it's inconvenient, but it definitely fell in the time where there was a lot of holidays. So even getting like her funeral and the cremation, like all these different things, it was overwhelming. But I say that to say I wasn't able to show my progress in the way that I wanted to show it, or to track this journey or experience in the way that I wanted to. So the few videos that I did put out, that's what I have. The ones that never made it, I still have them. May post them, don't know. But yes, this style, I still agree with some of the things that I said in my pros and cons video. So one of the pros that I mentioned was that it was versatile, whatever. I like that because when it comes to my hair or natural hair or whatever, being that I was somebody who was like a straight hair natural, I always wore my hair straight. Those styles were a little, not off-putting, but they're very new to me when it comes to working with my hair wet or like these different styles. I always felt the need to kind of run back to straight hair, like, because that was my safety blanket, what I felt comfortable with, what I knew. So when it comes to these styles, I always feel the need, like things aren't presentable if it's not straight. Well, I don't feel that now, but that was a common feeling when I was getting to understand my hair better. So I say that to say that I still feel that it's versatile, and that versatile, whatever people say. But I don't feel like I have to wear it one way, if that makes sense. Like I could do a ponytail, I could do a bun, I could do half up, I could do half down, I could do, you know, different things with it. And that is something that I do like about it and do appreciate. Another thing that I like is that I was able to keep my hair moisturized. When your hair is straight in different states, it's harder to retain moisture or keep moisture, or, you know, having your hair just feel nice and juicy. I feel like I was able to achieve that with the style as well. Something else that I kind of still feel the same about when it comes to pros and cons, these are more so the cons, is the lint. I have lint galore. I don't know why, but I'm just a dust magnet. And then there was something else. Oh, how it lasted long. It doesn't last that long. For me, about 2 weeks, after about the 2-week mark, it doesn't look as clean and fresh, and it starts to look a little bit more, I don't know, rough around the edges. For me, I prefer it to look a little bit more clean, new, nice. And that wasn't the case, and I would have to retwist my hair every 2 weeks if I wanted to kind of keep it with the way that I liked it to look, or 4 weeks if life happened and I just couldn't do it. So speaking of life happening, one thing about the retwist is my hands started to hurt. Now what I will say is that my hands wasn't necessarily hurting just from twisting my hair. I started a new job back in like September of last year, and this job requires me to be on the computer quite a bit. So I work for a bank, I fund loans for mortgages, and I'm working on wires and checking documents and different things like that. So as I am doing that, depending on the time of the year, we get an influx of files. I was still pretty new, but I had to just kind of, I don't want to say man up, but I just had to suck it up and just take on these files when I really didn't know what I was doing. And it was a stressful time, but it really caused a lot of stress on my hand. My hand was hurting, okay? For whatever reason, I type, and I type with my pinky up. So I type like this. This one be to the roof. I don't know why, but I just do. And the typing began to cause an issue with my hand up and down here. So I had a brace for my fingers to try and keep my pinky down, and then I had a brace for my overall hand because right here began to hurt. So between that and then twisting my hair, as well as twisting and doing other people's hair, as well as I was doing some like home renovations. This room did not look this way when I first moved up here, as well as the living room, and like I was doing a lot. Cleaning out all of my grandmother's belongings or packing them up. I didn't toss everything, but you know, when you're going through somebody's whole life, there's a lot to do. So I was using my hands a lot, and it began to hurt, which is one of the reasons why I decided to take that kind of break towards the summer, because the retwist was hurting my hands and I was tired of it. And I also wanted to get the lint out of my hair, and that kind of helped me having that small break, even though it wasn't for long, just me skipping over. I think maybe I wore my hair for a month. I think I missed like maybe 2 like retwists, like technically, if I was following the way that I was retwisting my hair. So that was one of the reasons why I took like that break during the year, because I wanted to wear it for a year. But I took that small break because of that, as well as I had this Revlon hair brush blow dryer. My little cousin asked me to straighten her hair. I straightened her hair, and I had bought the brush, but I was like, I'm gonna use it in October when I straighten my hair, yada yada yada. So I did that. I did not do that. I wanted to use the brush before then because I was like, you know what, I need a break. So I ended up blow drying my hair probably like 8-9 months in, and I used the brush because it looked nice on her hair. I couldn't do it on mine though. Spoiler alert. But yeah, I decided to do that. So there was multiple reasons as to why I had taken a break from it. Also because I kind of wanted to. You know, I don't want to put myself or force myself to do things. I get YouTube is cool and all, but sometimes if I want to do it, I'm the type of person that does what I want to do with my hair, and I want to blow dry it then, so I blow dry it. So yes, I did that, and then I put the twists back in, and I felt like they was kind of coming back to life, because at some point it was just linty, lackluster. It just wasn't giving me what it was giving me earlier in the journey of the mini twist. So I did that, and that was cool. And then I was just like, okay, well, now I feel like I kind of had a restart. So that is what I did. Those were a couple of things that occurred during me doing my mini twist. So that is it. Another thing, I had somebody ask me like how many twists, like the size of the twist. random. I don't know how many twists. I don't know the size varied. It depends. My hair is different textures in different places, so sometimes a bigger twist may not work, or a smaller twist may be the way to go. So it really just depends. And at times, if I felt like twists were too small, I would combine them, and then I would like separate them. But also the way that I did my hair, if anybody didn't watch the videos previously, is I would wash my hair in the twists that were there. So I wasn't taking out my hair, combing it, washing it, retwisting it. It already takes me hours to do anyway, so I was not going to do that because it's going to take even longer. But overall, that is what I did. That was my experience with them. I still do like them. I would do them again. I've actually done them in other family members' hair because, you know, my cousin made a comment basically saying that people kind of copy what I do around here, and they do. But yeah, I did it in my mom's coworkers, my mom's ex-boss hair. I did it in my little cousin's hair. I did it in my older cousin's hair. And I've done it in my hair. So I've done it for other people too. And it looks different on like everybody. Their hair falls different. The thickness, the length, everything is just different. But for the most part, they seem to enjoy it. So yes, that is what I did. That is my experience. Okay, so the photo on the left is what my hair looked like when I straightened my hair before putting mini twist in. So I straightened my hair back in like June or July of 2021. The one on the right is when I straightened my hair this past October. So I do see a difference in my hair. It's not like a dramatic difference, but it's something to let me know that I made some progress in the overall health of my hair. I feel like it just looks fuller. It's definitely covering more of my back. I didn't take the best photos to really compare them to one another, especially the one on the right. It's not the best photo to really do this comparison, but this is all that I have. So I will say that I do see a difference. This is what my hair looked like before my trim, and then I'm going to show 2 photos of what my hair looked like after I trimmed my hair both of these times. So these 2 photos that you see here is what my hair looked like after I trimmed my hair when straightening them these 2 different times. I can't speak. So the one on the left, it still looks a little choppy at the ends, in my opinion. I did wear a white shirt there, thankfully. The other one was a yellow shirt, so you can still see. But the one on the right, it definitely looks like it goes further down, like it goes past my waist a lot more than it did in this last photo. And I do feel like my ends still look better on the right than it does the left. So I'm still going to work towards that blunt cut, but this is the best photos that I could produce to kind of show what my hair looks like. One thing that I will be doing, or that I hope to do, we shall see, is maybe a straight hair natural kind of series. Although I'm not a person who wears my hair straight, like flat ironed regularly, I did at one point in my life, like years, okay, for years on top of years on top of years, okay. My hair was straightened from like the first day of middle school all the way until my college graduation. And then even after that, I was still doing it, but I was a little bit more, I started to dibble and dabble in like the natural hair. So I do have some personal experience when it comes to wearing my hair as a straight hair natural for years. And some may argue that my hair was healthy. They would call my hair long back then, and it doesn't compare. I don't feel like it compares to what I have now. As well as I wasn't the only one. My sister, my mom, my cousin, my 2 cousins, we were practically all like sisters because we were raised together. We all wear our hair as straight hair naturals, and we all have different textures. Everybody is a little mixed up differently, so we all had similar experiences. So I just feel like I can speak to some of those things. So I'll just share my little tips and tricks or tidbits about my experience as a straight hair natural. So we shall see how that'll go. But yes, that is all that I have for this video, and there will be more videos to come. When and where, I don't know. Where, probably here. But yeah, so thank you for watching. That is all that I have for this video.